What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into Chase Games here, and today we're doing clickbait, a top 10 list. You know you love it. Okay, alright, so today, it's mostly a new player guide, but hey, stick around anyway, maybe you'll learn something. Probably not, but it is, well, it's already in the title, like you guys saw. It's the top 10 things that you shouldn't do in Dragon Quest Tact. You should figure this out right away in this game. Resource scarcity is the name of the game. To a ridiculous degree. It's not always fun, but I love the game anyway, so I deal with the ridiculous resource scarcity. But anyway, if you're a new player, there's some things that you probably don't know right off the bat. Shocker. Let me tell you, at least what I think, these are pretty much the 10 things that came to my mind first. If there's things that, you think should be included or you're still confused about, first of all, critique in the comments, ask questions in the comment, even better, join the Discord and ask questions. So anyway, number one, sorry, I don't edit anymore at all, and I wasn't good at it before. I don't have time to edit. I'm just looking off the notepad list that I have here. Number one, okay? Don't waste fragments. Yeah, they're a big deal. I never pressed the right button the first time. Your fragments, don't waste them. No, that's fairly obvious. But let's look at, okay, undead right now. And this is, this is an odd example because there's nothing good to use undead fragments on yet. 95 is basically all the way there. I could buy a White King dupe. Well, he's maxed. But anyway, I could buy a Hell Gladiator dupe. Almost tempting. But here's a golden rule that you really should follow. And it might be tempting when you're brand new not to. Okay? Don't ever use your fragments on anything in the general pool. At all. Okay? No, don't. Maybe Armored Scorpion might be the one exception if you are... just really need that one more. But anyway, yeah, don't ever do it. By the way, some people might think don't ever use Awakening Fragments on an A rank. That's not true. Some of them are good enough that you really should, and they only cost 30, okay? Depends on what's going on. Alright, but never use your fragments on anything in the pool. Also, be patient with them, okay? I had in my chat the other day, do I awaken Sorrow or a Stark? It's an interesting question. Honestly, we have, they're going to be in a couple of banners coming right around the corner. Wait. Even if you don't know that a banner containing a character that you want is right around the corner, do you need that unit awakened right now? Wait. If you're not going to use that unit, why awaken it? And your leveling party doesn't require awakening, so if there's not some challenging fight that you don't need awakening on a relevant monster for, or your arena team, wait, okay? So just be patient with your fragments and don't waste them, don't use them on the general pool, okay? And a small addition to that is the master medals, okay? You can use them on anything. They trade 2 for 1, okay? So I've got 108 medals right now. I can only have 54 fragments. Right now they're all going to inorganic because I desperately need an awakening on my overkilling machine to actually use that expensive son of a bitch that I can't use yet. Again, use that. So by that, I mean, you're probably going to want to save that for your really top tier units, okay? Don't just think like, oh, well, I have... 90 dragon fragments, and I just got, what's his name? Well, I already bought mine because I had over 100. Like, I just got Dimension Dragon, and I have 100, or I have 90 dragon fragments. I should just, spend my master medals to get the other 10. Now, that's not a great example. It's not crazy to do that, but honestly, with as common as dragon fragments are, you should hold on to them. Like, just wait, especially if you don't need that awakening yet. So just be really careful with your medals, because honestly, in my opinion, you're probably going to want to use them on the boss units. They're generally the best. In PvE, they're far and above the best. So, I mean, it's not an absolute rule, but for the most part, you want to save your medals for boss units. Okay, moving on. Half of these are don't waste. Don't waste your Mendini medals. Okay, and I've seen some. That's mini medals. You can't waste your mini medals. It's not. Yeah, you just can't. Now I ripped on him a while ago about this for it. I'm not going to talk. There was another YouTuber that said, "Oh, use your Mendini medals on Experience Codex M." No, absolutely never. God, no, don't. Stop. Don't ever use your Mendini medals on Experience Codexes or the upgrade tomes. The game, the way they award upgrade tomes, all-purpose upgrade tomes, they make them seem like this holy relic. Here is a upgrade tome A, like an all-purpose upgrade tome A. Yes, here's one of them. They're fucking neat. Like, yeah, it's really nice that it's a little bit better than a normal upgrade tome, and you can use it on any type. They're extremely overvalued in this game, okay? Don't waste your Mendini medals on them, especially in all-purpose. It's perfectly acceptable to trade them for Iris. At this point, well, I don't know. I farmed a lot of Irises, although I'm starting to run a bit low. Meeting tickets A are totally worth saving up for. And then it's changed a little bit with the Gold Mendini medal because, again, that one was best traded for Irises, but now there are iridescent bloom flowers, the lotus. So that's probably what you want to trade them for. It's limited how many times you can do that a month, but and then it's not crazy to save those for a meeting ticket either. So you do you. Just don't spend it on the tomes or experience scrolls. Experience scrolls do have a little bit more value now that we've been getting shorter events and the ability to quickly level a unit, because the XP requirements are so high to max level now. You know, you've got these short, or even a 2 or 3 week event. It takes so long to naturally level a unit to max level now that scrolls do have more value because they may be literally the only way to get that unit max level before the event is over. That said, it happens naturally, and you don't want to waste finite, very limited resources on dinky little experience scrolls, because while they are important, 1 or 2 don't matter much. Okay, moving on, number 3. Oh my god, this is embarrassingly obvious. Don't waste gems. Okay, the thing I'm gonna say about this though is, first of all, have fun however you want. Okay, it's a game. If you don't like people preaching at you and yelling at you that you can't do this, you can't do that with your game, I understand. I've been there too, okay? For the most part, though, this game really rewards saving your gems, passing on most... If you're a free-to-play player, you got to pass on most banners. If you want to get basically any S ranks, you got to make sure that you're getting value out of your gems, saving for the banners that guarantee you featured units, etc. Now, you're going to get tickets along the way. They're going to give you tickets and tact points and things. They have free summon tickets sometimes. So, yes, it does get dull not to get to go after every single banner, but I promise you, you will be rewarded. And on the reverse of that, sometimes you are rewarded for just throwing a random multi at a banner. Yes, it's very possible to go throw 3,000 to 6,000 gems at a banner and walk away with a featured unit. Unfortunately, don't be fooled by getting lucky every once in a while. The chances by a lot are that you won't. You will rarely get the featured unit just throwing a multi or 2 at every banner, okay? So save your gems for plan ahead. If you're brand new and you don't know anything about the game, we know everything that's coming for the next 5 to 6 months with little variation, okay? The JP version of the game is almost exactly the same and is 6 months ahead of us. We're behind it. We started 6 months after they did, so we know what's coming. there are small curveballs, okay? Sometimes we don't get everything they get. For the major stuff, we know what it's going to be, and we know when it's going to be here to a pretty, within a month or two. So, you know when to save. So there you go. Oh, and also another thing to this, when I say don't waste gems, don't mistake that for never use gems for refreshes. Now, how whaley this is up to you. I'm not quite sure, because I am a whale, so I don't want to give you my perspective. I don't know what it's like to be free to play. I wasn't free to play for this game from the start, okay? And it's gotten worse. That said, it's generally not... Nobody really frowns upon using the 40 gem stamina refreshes. As a whale, that's as far as I go. Sometimes if I'm streaming, or if there's like a lot of rewards going on, I will use 8 stam refreshes, but even free to play, you're probably fine doing 4 gem refreshes a day. Though don't get in the habit of doing that every single day. We will have light events where you really don't need to, so keep an eye out for that. Question if you really do need to do those 4 gem refreshes, but in general, they're not a waste. Okay. 4, this is big. Hopefully it's really obvious, but you might not know if you've only been playing for a week or two, okay? We're going to go over to this thing here. Don't ever use gems on this banner. But what about when... No! Literally never. Literally never. Okay? And it can be tricky. I know I've wasted 3,000 gems on this before because they gave us 10 tickets and I hit the wrong button. I'm like, oh, let me go, and I just hit gems. And, oh... It hurt, especially since I got crap. Another thing to note about this, in case you didn't know, and you think, well, I mean, I could use a Slion Heart or a Dragwire, and then I don't have to worry about the featured rate bringing the chance down. They're not in here. This is exactly the same banner as it was at day one, okay? 3% rates, only the 13 general pool S ranks, only the, I don't know, however many A ranks there were. 1,000% useless. Don't ever spend gems on that banner. Okay? Worthless. I don't care how new you are, how whale you are, etc. Never ever. Okay. Don't waste scrolls. Okay? It's really tempting, especially when you get when you're new or you get that exciting new unit and you think, God, what? They have one move slot. What do I put there? 99% of the time, the answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you're talking about an S rank unit, we don't have any A rank scrolls. So B rank scrolls are generally going to be worthless on them, with very little exception. Especially magic. For a caster, the B rank magic, 1,000% useless on an S rank monster. Okay, that's a small overstatement. It's only 98% worthless on an S rank monster. What is useful on them? Utility scrolls. Most of them are C as well. But because of the nature of them, how they work, Sap, for example, Sap is a huge boon. And Blunt as well. You're going to, like, these are the kind of things that you want as the 4th move on a lot of your strong monsters, just in case, for very tough battles. But you're not going to know exactly which of these scrolls you need until you get to a very tough battle. So, again, use them when you absolutely have to, and be wary with them. And I'm not talking about, like, oh, this battle's kind of tough, let's try Sap on my Seraphy or something. No, like, just be real careful with them. Do it when you absolutely need to, okay? I'm talking Blossom Doors, and things like that. The Blossom Doors are the thing that I would suggest using scrolls for the most. But if you're not very careful with it, you're going to put, Sap on Seraphy, and then the next fight you're going to find out that you really feel that you need Blunt on her. And maybe Sap, in retrospect, not quite so much, because I do think, in general, Blunt is probably the better thing to put on her. But it's bad for me to tell you that here, because you really should wait until you absolutely need it. Okay. Number 6, don't level abilities randomly. And by that, I mean, You know, let's see. Let's look at the list. Let me show off how big my E-wiener is here. Let's do a little impromptu, totally accidental, oops, box showcase. Okay, you know what, S ranks, I mean, you get a lot of use out of S ranks, and some of those still apply for this, but let's say this guy. I just got this unit, and he's pretty good. Um, I haven't used this guy at all outside his battle road. There's absolutely no reason for me to touch his abilities right now. He's just gonna sit there. He's gonna sit there for months or years or forever. I don't know. Now, when I need this guy, it's easy to get his abilities up to 6 or 8 or whatnot, but don't upgrade abilities on a monster until you absolutely need him, okay? Now, building up your arena team is a little bit different with your S ranks, and well, some A ranks are just as good as S's in arena for the most part, but I mean, you know, if you've got some monster that you don't know when you'll use, don't bother upgrading his abilities, okay? Number 7, don't use stamina to level Battle Road monsters. This, I don't know, was fairly obvious, but I mean, just think, I don't know, maybe it won't occur to everyone. Let me see, anything right now that has a Battle Road, you know, don't, yeah, I mean, you can level them up for free without wasting stamina, okay? Now, most of them are low-rank units, but, like, let's look at Dragon, okay? The Green Dragon Road, there are 2 A ranks that can be leveled for free. Also, this B rank is still very good because he's a cover tank. I think even the Jargon might have some use. I think he has, like, Shove or something, but Green Dragon is pretty dated now, but this Wordle is just got a bloom. He's not amazing, but he's actually a very relevant unit and is going to be very powerful on the right fight. Why level him up? You know, why use stamina to level him up? You've got plenty of other units that are going to need to be leveled. Just go ahead and level him up on his battle road for free. A small addition to this is take advantage of event battle roads, okay? This is why I'm always whining that I don't have enough gold for this or that, because my first priority is ranking up the units that I can level up on an event battle road that I won't be able to do after, at least not for 4, 5, 6 months until it comes back on Reminiscence. So, yeah, right now my top priority is ranking up like these 3 units. I believe everything else here can be leveled on other battle roads. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe not the Foo Dog and the Abracadabra Dog. I forget. But, yeah, you want to level up your... you want to use Battle Road units to... Battle Road to level up your units for free. The small exception to this is Blossom units. They get talent points from being on stages that you use stamina to be on, and those are obviously stages that give stamina experience. So... you know, if you want talent points on one of your Bloom units, it's not the end of the world that you don't bother using their battle road to level them. Okay. Moving on. Number 8. God, this is a real old one that, like, day 1 players, some of us got caught in the trap of. Number 8. Don't buy the B rank equipment. Okay. Now, for a while, it was okay to buy it with gold. Because we had no other equipment. There's so much equipment now. There's even a lot of, like, armor. You know, weapons we've got coming out our asses. But you don't even need to buy the B ranks. In fact, going through the battle roads, they give you a few copies of all the B rank equipment. I think they've done all of them by now. So you don't even need to go and buy a couple copies just to, like, well, I need to have it in my inventory to have it there. Some battle road somewhere is going to give it to you for free. So just don't buy the B rank equipment at all. Now, there are 1 or 2 pieces I have used for agility and whatnot, but those come from the equipment stages that you'll run a few times in the beginning to get through quests and whatnot. So, yeah, just don't ever waste don't waste gold, especially this is the reason it's on here mostly. don't waste your tact points on it, okay? Tact points are fairly obvious. I mean, I almost made this its own thing, but this is so obvious. Don't waste tact points, okay? The weapons would be the biggest waste, but in case you didn't catch on by now, don't buy the regular SP Scout. That's just the same as gems, spending gems on it. And don't buy the Experience Codex L. That's just stupid, okay? Don't buy the weapons. Just get tickets. And obviously, you know, put some thought into what you buy tickets for, but you know, it's pulls, okay? You're buying pulls, it's the best thing you can do with it. Number 9, again, embarrassingly obvious. Don't waste gold, and don't waste gold ties into most of what I've been talking about already. You know, don't buy the B rank equipment, don't level random abilities, things like that. Even don't waste scrolls. It only takes a tiny bit of gold, but then that's another ability that you'll be tempted to go level up. Just be careful with it, okay? Yeah, you keep getting more gold. And by the way, when you're brand new, the game does throw out quite a bit of gold at you. At least it did back in the day. But you're working on like one team, and you're not worried about blossoming and ranking up like, you know, 50 dozen other things. So you feel like you've got all the gold in the world. Dude, if you're sitting on 1 million gold right now, dudes, don't get high up on that horse, okay? Because that can go overnight once you start doing things. Once you start upgrading abilities, once you start ranking up your box. If you okay, everybody throws Platt in my face, and I love Platt. He can do whatever he likes. Platt does not play optimally. Okay, if you have 1 million gold in your bank, it's because you're not doing anything that requires gold. You're not upgrading abilities. You're not ranking things up, etc., etc. Blossoming takes a decent little chunk of change. So even if you have a lot of gold, or if you're a new player and you're getting gold, just buckets of gold, it can go like that. Okay, don't get confident, overconfident. And then finally, number 10. Okay, this is really important, and it's something that gets a lot of players, and it's something that will make players leave this game, and it's silly. Just playing this game is silly anyway, but don't worry about fights that are too tough. By that I mean EX fights. We haven't really had a bad one in a while. Now we'll probably get one next week in part 2. I'm not sure. They may have changed up the formula a little bit, but for a long time people were racking their brain, like worrying and stressing, like, how do I beat Sorrow EX? It's so tough. I can't do it. And do you know what the prize for that stage is? It's 50 gems, a handful of event shop coins, and an icon. Icons don't do jack shit, okay? Nobody is looking at how many icons you have. I don't think they even can. So as far as the E-Wiener contest goes, it's a little tough. You can trade snapshots of your icon collection with other virgins on the Discord. That's about it. But yeah, 50 gems ain't shit. You can get 10 to 30 more through the extra missions on the stage, but they're ridiculous generally. So you're doing it for 50 gems. Now, if you want to do that for fun, that's fine. But if you think 50 gems is not nothing, Chase Games, I should still probably try to get it. Well, how many monsters are you ranking up? How many abilities are you leveling? Just how many resources are you putting into trying to clear that EX fight that is going to reward you almost literally nothing? Okay? And now even things that have a decent reward, just keep in mind, there was a big rumor that, and I think people left the game over this when they didn't get Seraphy, because we all heard rumors that this Dragon Tower was going to have some huge reward at the top, which apparently was lost in translation because I think it was like community rewards or something, and we didn't get that. Anything that sounds like neat that's community based, we're probably not going to get, or we're going to get a severely altered version of it. But people left because they heard that they couldn't beat this floor without Seraphy. And you know what? That floor had no rewards at all. At all. It was 50 gems and then, a little bit extra for the side missions. No relevant rewards to that. And people left before it even came out because, oh, I don't have Seraphie. I'm not going to be able to do it. So, Seraphie is a different thing. It's very frustrating not to have Seraphie, but, you know, don't get frustrated and want to quit this game just because, like, a stage is too tough. Even when it has good rewards, here's the thing. Some of these stages have bullshit difficulty. I'm Chase Games. Okay, I like live, eat, and breathe and sleep this game far too often. I can be casual, I can be try hard. I'm a bit of a whale. If you're watching me and really getting advice from this, I have a better box than you, okay? I struggle with these fights, and I'm too frustrated to do some of them, okay? A lot of it is my attitude, but what I'm telling you is that there are bullshit fights in this game. They are designed to make you want to spend more money on gems for stamina, for items, for units, okay? It's not all the time, it's not every event, and yes, there are workarounds. I did it with a free-to-play team. You're stupid, Chase Games. Yes, I am. Anyway, just don't let the tough stuff get you down, okay? They do have bullshit difficulty in this game, okay? Alright, that's enough rambling for me. Top 10 lists. Again, ask questions in the comments, join the Discord. I'll have a link in the description. And make sure you don't support me on Patreon. Go support the other guys. I want to see their videos. I'll stop rambling. I'll stop preaching about that soon, but I want to get the message out there. Let's support our other creators. And the smaller guys, if you see somebody else linking videos on Reddit or Discord or whatever, go subscribe, go like, go comment. Give them a bit of motivation, because I like DQT videos. Okay, let's keep it going. All right, have a good night, guys, and good luck.